Hi everybody, it's the Plague Wind here. Thanks for supporting our videos. And as you guys know, that me and Night Cage are having a combined campaign where we're doing our individual halves, and then at the end we will combine them. So here's my half of the campaign. The story starts on the planet of Vesper, which has, by the librarians of the Imperium, have found out that there are 5 artifacts that have been identified, and they've been known as the Seats of Terror. And these artifacts allow a person or persons who sit in them to access the warp. And not only will they be able to access the warp, but they'll be able to utilize the energy and the power from the warp. And it is believed that these seats of power, known as the Seats of Terror, were created by the Emperor himself. So the Imperium is very, very interested in knowing about these seats of power. So the Imperium has sent their representatives. So in this campaign, you'll see some of the initial players in it. And I have to say it that way because this story is going to change dramatically during the course of the campaign. So we're going to start with the good guys first. So here we have Aramon, who is a canonist, and she has been sent by the Imperium to quote unquote look for these artifacts, but they will not tell her what the artifacts are all about. Next, we have Meravis, who is a representative of the Ultramarine, second company led by Sicarius, and he will primarily be patrolling near that area, and we will see when and how he gets and becomes a part of the campaign. Next, we have Aranus, who is the Wise, who is an advisor to Logar the Grim, and the Space Wolves just happen to be in that area, and we'll see when they come into play. And last, we have Ramel, who is assigned with the Ultramarines, and he's twofold. One is to assist the Ultramarines, but also to be looking for anything that has to do with the Fallen, as usual. So that's the Loyalist side. On the Chaos side, however, that information that was leaked to the Imperium, and I have to say it that way, was done by Tzeentch. And Tzeentch made sure that they knew about it and led them to that particular planet for these seats of power. But unknowns to them, these seats have dual purpose. And when a person sits into it, yes, they'll have access to the warp and be able to use it, but it will also open up portals and gateways, permanent ones. And whoever sits in those chairs will be fed upon by the chair itself. So we'll have a continual energy flowing from the warp, allowing demons and other entities from the warp to be able to sustain themselves on the material plane. So it's a trick by Tzeentch to get the Imperial's highest or most powerful psychers to sit in those chairs. So the Chaos in this case, is led by Mortarion and the Death Guard Legion. And here are some of his representatives that will be participating. So we have High Marshal Octavius Dread, who used to be an Inquisitor, who is basically the strategic commander in the sky, who is a voice to the Utro, which is the command group of the Death Guard. Then we have Chaos, who is a representative of Typhus from the first company. Then we have Demos, who is a representative of Grugor from the second company. Bone Crusher, who is a representative of the third company led by Magatus. Then we have Bivon, who is a representative of both the fourth, which is Mammon, and the fifth is Kugoth. They're representatives from the fourth and fifth great companies. Morvis, he is a clone of Fabius Bile, and he is a representative of the sixth great company. And Sethos, who is a representative of the seventh great company led by Globulus. So the orders from Mortarion about these seats of power or the seats of terror is very clear. By any means necessary will the Legion use all and any of its resources to obtain them. It is paramount that they receive these artifacts and to get hold of them. And for the Imperium side, they are only aware of what the seats initially do. And so they're thinking it is only another power source or a way to get into, to have another way to access the warp and to control it. So there you have it. That's the initial part of the campaign. Now, here's a little bit more information about it. which will make it slightly different from how me and Night Cage will do the campaign. Mine is not only is it escalation, but it also is, I can't think of another word for it this time, but it's like a terminating type of campaign, meaning all named characters and named models, once they die on the battlefield, they are considered dead. They don't come back anymore. And the models who do not have, that are not marked, they can return again. So that allows me, when I don't have that many sisters, so you'll probably see them more often. But like the named characters you'll see, once they're dead, they're dead. So it'll make it a little bit more interesting during the campaign. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for the support, and you'll start seeing the upcoming videos for the campaign shortly. Thanks for watching.